In the quiet of his home in Manila, Jun Padasas held a small rosary, its white beads a humble but powerful reminder of a memory forever etched into his heart. The rosary had been a gift, offered by Pope Francis himself, a day after Jun's only daughter, Kristel, was tragically killed during the Pope's historic visit to the Philippines in 2015. Now, 10 years later, Jun finds himself mourning not just the loss of his daughter, but also the passing of the man who brought him a glimmer of comfort in his darkest hour. Kristel Padasas was just 27 when she died, crushed by falling scaffolding while volunteering at a mass in Tacloban, where Pope Francis had traveled to meet survivors of Typhoon Haiyan. The storm had claimed over 6,000 lives, and Kristel had dedicated herself to helping rebuild the devastated region. What was meant to be a moment of faith and healing became a personal tragedy for the Padasas family. A day after her death, Pope Francis met Jun and Kristel's uncle in Manila. Jun recalled feeling numb at the time, shattered by loss, but struck by the Pope's genuine compassion. That meeting, and the rosaries the Pope gave them, would go on to symbolize strength, remembrance, and an unspoken connection between a grieving father and the spiritual leader of millions. This week, as news of Pope Francis's death spread across the world, Jun felt that deep ache again. "I was heartbroken," he said, "but I'm heartened that maybe now Pope Francis and Kristel will finally get to meet." In prayer, he asked his daughter to welcome Francis to the kingdom of Jesus, just as the Pope had once reached out to their family in kindness and grace.
I'm heartened that maybe they will finally get to meet. That is what when I prayed to my daughter in the altar yesterday, after lighting candles. I told my daughter, Pope Francis has passed. You can accompany him to the kingdom of Jesus. That is what I prayed. I was heartbroken. I saw the news in our group chat. This is big. Is this real? Someone answered, this is real. It's all over the news. I opened Facebook and posted about Pope Francis in my profile. I was mournful.
Pope Francis, who died Monday at the age of 88 following a stroke and cardiac arrest, was a beacon of humility and reform in the Catholic Church. His 2015 visit to the Philippines drew millions, the largest papal gathering in history, and cemented his deep bond with the Filipino people. For Jun Padasas, the Pope's legacy lives not just in history books or Vatican records, but in the photographs he keeps framed on a table, in the memories of a quiet meeting filled with grief and reverence, and in the rosary that once passed through the hands of a shepherd of faith and found a home in the hands of a grieving father.